Hello students, how are you all? Hope that you all are fine as well as healthy. We are learning biology chapter number 5 and the title of chapter number 5 is Principles of Inheritance and Variation. Okay, so in last video lecture we have completed about the introduction and some basic information about the chapter number 5. In introduction, some important definitions are there, like the definition of genetics, definition of inheritance, the meaning of variation. Okay, so again we are going to revise this all. What is the meaning of genetics? Genetics is one type of science which deals with the process of inheritance and variation. The father of genetics is Gregor Jonathan Mendal. Father of modern genetics is William Bateson, and you know that the genetics word was coined or was given by the William Bateson in the year of 1906. Father of experimental genetics is T.H. Morgan, Thomas Hunt Morgan. Okay, he had done so many experiments on fruit fly which is known as Drosophila melanogaster. Okay, and then we can say that what is the meaning of inheritance? Inheritance is one type of process in which characters will pass from parent to their progeny, parent to their offspring, parent to their child. Okay, this process is known as inheritance. What about the variation? Some different type of characters are there. You know that the parents and progeny are not 100% similar to each other. So some different characters are there, and these different characters are nothing but it is one type of variation. And what is the reason of this variation? You know that the reason is the sexual type of reproduction, and our ancestor know that reason is what? That reason is sexual type of reproduction. What about the artificial hybridization? Yes, it was done. Okay, artificial hybridization is one type of process in which two different type of organisms are selected, and from this both selected character, okay, will be transferred with the help of sexual reproduction into new progeny. For example, you know that the Sahiwal cow of Punjab. So it is all about your introduction. Okay, now today we are going to learn about the Mendel's law of inheritance. Very small information is given in your textbook, but we are learning the lecture of Gujarat board. Okay, we are learning the lecture of board, so we will go line to line. So what is the title? So title is Mendel's law of inheritance. Mendel's law of inheritance. Mendel's law of inheritance. Mendel's law of inheritance. First point, we can say that the work done by Mendel is known as Mendelism. The work done by Mendel is known as what? Is known as Mendelism. So now we have the new word. What is the meaning of Mendelism? Mendelism is nothing but it is one type of word. Okay, what is the meaning of Mendelism? The work done by Mendel in the field of genetics is known as the Mendelism. If we talk about the point number 2, the concept or the information, point number 2, we can say that the concept of inheritance was known in mid 19th century. So you will remember the concept of inheritance was known in mid 19th century. So it is one liner question, mid 19th century. Okay, so the concept of inheritance was known, okay, in mid 19th century. Point number 3, if we talk about some work done by Gregor Jonathan Mendel. If we talk about some work done by Gregor Jonathan Mendel. Okay, Mendel is known as what? We can say that Mendel is known as father of genetics. Okay, father of genetics. Mendel is known as what? Mendel is known as father of genetics. Next point, we can say that Mendel, he did different type of experiments. He did different type of experiments on pea plant. Okay, now we have a new organism, the name of one plant which is known as pea plant. So Mendel had done different type of experiment on which particular organism. So organism is the pea plant. So you will remember this. He did experiment on pea plants for how many years? For 7 years. Okay, for 7 years, from 1856 to 1863. From 1856 to 1863. Okay, so you will remember this. For how many years? For 7 years. For 7 years, Mendel did experiment. Mendel did different type of experiments on pea plant. If we talk about the scientific name of pea plant, you will remember, it is important. Scientific name of pea plant, the scientific name is Pisum sativum. The scientific name of pea plant is Pisum sativum. Okay, so it is second point. See, so many MCQs are there in third point. If we talk about the Gregor Jonathan Mendel, Mendel is known as the father of genetics. He did different type of experiments on pea plant for how many years? For 7 years. Okay, from the year of 1856 to the 1863, and the scientific name of pea plant is the Pisum sativum. And you must underline this both word, because this is one type of scientific name, and first letter is capital and remaining all will be small. Okay, so Pisum sativum, one liner question, is the scientific name of garden pea plant or the pea plant. So Mendel had done different type of works on the pea plant Pisum sativum. Okay, point number 4, we can say that the work done by Mendel, the work done by Mendel was not accepted by other scientists. Okay, see, the work done by Mendel was not accepted by other scientists because in Mendel's work we can say that some mathematical logics, okay, some mathematical logics and statistical analysis was there. Okay, so in Mendel's work or in Mendel's different type of experiments, there was a use of, okay, mathematical logics and statistical analysis. Okay, so we can say that work was not accepted by the all other scientists. Next, point number 5, we can say that Mendel means he did work on so many plants. Okay, means the work done by Mendel on so many plants. He didn't work on only 1 or 10 or 100 plant, but maximum numbers of plants, okay, maximum numbers of plants were used by Mendel for this purpose of experiments. Okay, point number 6, we can say that he observed same characters. He observed what? Same characters in progeny of tested plants. Okay, tested plants means we can say that it is one type of parent plant. Okay, tested plant means one type of parent plant. So Mendel observed what? Mendel observed the character. Okay, Mendel observed the character. So the same characters will be same characters was observed by Mendel in progeny, okay, in progeny. So if we observe both tested plants means parent and progeny, so both having the same characters. It is the concept of what? It is the concept of Mendel. So total 6 points are given in your textbook for Mendel's, okay. Now see point number 7. Point number 7 is very important. According to Mendel. So now we are writing some conclusions given by Mendel, okay. Mendel, yes, Mendel did different type of experiments and Mendel did the great work. But what about the conclusion? If we talk about the point number 7, according to Mendel, see here, according to Mendel, one character, according to Mendel, one character having two different type of factors. One characters having two different type of factors, okay. According to what? According to Mendel, one character having two different type of factors or two different type of traits, okay. Let's understand this with example. For example, if we talk about the one character, and what is character? Character is the height of, character is what? The height of stem. Character is the height of stem of the pea plant, okay. Character is what? Character is the height of stem. So according to Mendel, one character having how many factors means how many options? One character having two factors means two options. So the first option is what? First option is either tall, second one is or dwarf. Okay, so first one is tall and second one is dwarf. These both are one type of factors, okay. These both are what? These both are one type of factors, and we can say that these both are one type of trait. One type of traits. Remember this, see, these both factors are opposite, okay. These both factors are opposite to each other, so it is known as contrasting traits, okay. Both are opposite or contrasting to each other. So according to Mendel, what? According to Mendel, one character. Remember, according to Mendel, one character having how many? One character having total two factors, okay. You will remember this. According to Mendel, one character having total how many? Total two factors, okay. And both are contrasting to each other, both are opposite to each other. So point number 8, we can say that this type of work is used by the other scientists as framework, okay, as framework for the understanding of process of inheritance, okay. So Mendel did one type of framework, okay. You can say that Mendel did what? Mendel did one type of framework for other scientists. So point number 8 is completed. Point number 9, we can say that Mendel did experiment on total 7 characters. Okay, how many characters? We can say that total 7 characters were studied by Mendel. So point number 9, we can say that how many characters were studied by Mendel? Total 7 characters were studied by Mendel. See here in point number 7, we said that according to Mendel, one character having how many factors or how many traits? One characters having two different or two opposite traits. So if one character having two traits, then 7 characters having how many traits? We can say that 7 characters having total 14 opposite traits or 14 different type of factors, okay. So this both are the one liner question or the MCQ. Point number 9, again Mendel did different type of experiments on 7 characters, and this 7 characters having total how many? Total 14 traits. If we talk about the point number 10, we can say that Mendel did self-pollination. Okay, Mendel did self-pollination, which is also known as cross-pollination. You know that the asexual type of reproduction in flowering plants, the process of pollination is required. Okay, without pollination, zygote will not be formed. So Mendel did self-pollination as well as cross pollination. If we talk about the point number 11, this point is very important. Total 14 pure breed. Okay, total 14 pure breed of plants. Total 14 pure breed of plants were taken in experiments done by Mendel. So again, how many plants? Total 14 plants. Okay, total 14 plants were selected, okay, for the experiments. So these 11 points are completed. Now here we are writing a one table. Okay, this one table having total 7 characters. Okay, if one character is there, then 2 traits are there. If 7 characters are there, then total 14 traits are there. And remember that both traits are opposite to each other. And remember this thing, if 2 traits are there or 2 factors are there, then out of 2, one will be dominant trait and other will be the recessive. In the case of the character, which is known as the height of stem, if we talk about the character height of stem, then 2 different type of traits are there. First one is tall, second one is dwarf. Remember, tall is dominant trait. Okay, tall is dominant trait, while dwarf is recessive trait. So tall is dominant trait and dwarf is recessive trait. Okay, so we are here writing a one table. And remember, one MCQ will be 100% asked from this table. Okay, one MCQ will be 100% definitely asked in the examination of board from this table. Okay, if we talk about the first one is about the character. Okay, first column is of character. Second one is about the dominant trait. Second one is about dominant trait. Third one is about the recessive trait. Third one is about recessive trait. So first of all, we will write the all 7 characters. Okay, first of all, we will write all 7 characters. First character, we can say that the height of the first character is height of stem. Okay, second character, we can say that shape of seed. Okay, third character is what? Third character is about the color of seed. Third character is about the color of seed. Fourth character is what? Fourth character is about the color of pod. Fourth one is about the color of pod. Fifth one is about what? Fifth one is about the shape of pod. Fifth one is about the shape of pod. What about the sixth one? Sixth one is about the color of flower. Sixth one is about the color of flower. And what about the last one? Okay, last one we can say that the position. Last one is about the position of flower. Last one is what? Last one is about the position of flower. So total 7 characters are there. Okay, 7 characters and 14 factors, means 14 traits are there. Out of 14, 7 are dominant and remaining 7 are recessive. So if we write the height of stem, then we can say that tall is a dominant trait, while we can say that dwarf is recessive. Tall is dominant and dwarf is recessive. See, one character having 2 different type of factors, 2 different type of trait. First one is dominant, second one is recessive. If we talk about the shape of seed, we can say that rounded shape is what? It is dominant, while wrinkled. Okay, while we can say that wrinkled is what? Wrinkled is one type of recessive trait. If we talk about the color of seed, yellow color. Okay, yellow is one type of dominant trait, while we can say that green Green is what? Green is one type of recessive trait. If we talk about the color of pod, here see, here this color will be changed. We can say that color of pod, green will be what? Green will be dominant trait, while yellow will be what? While yellow will be recessive. What about the shape of pod? The full shape is dominant trait while constricted. Okay, full will be dominant trait while constricted is the recessive type of trait. What about the color of flower? We can say that violet color is dominant trait, while we can say that whitish or white color is recessive trait. What about the position of flower? We can say that axial position. Okay, axial position is dominant trait, while we can say that terminal, axial is dominant and we can say that terminal means anterior, terminal is the recessive trait. So 100% one MCQ will be there from this table, and it is the most IMP table. Okay, in homework you will write this table for how many times? For 5 times. Okay, so see again, one character having 2 traits, 2 factors, so total 7 characters having 14 factors, 7 dominant and 7 recessive. Okay, so this question is 100% completed. Again we are going to revise this question. See, we can say that first point, the work done by Mendel is known as what? Is known as Mendelism. The concept of inheritance was known. Okay, in mid 19th century, Gregor Jonathan Mendel is known as the father of genetics. He did different type of experiments on garden pea plant for the 7 years from 1856 to 1863. The scientific name of pea plant is Pisum sativum. The work done by Mendel was not accepted by their colleagues or other scientists. So because of the some mathematical logics and statistical analysis. Okay, he did different type of work on different type of plants. He observed that the same characters will be there in parents as well as their progeny. Okay, according to Mendel, see, this point is important, point number 7. One character having how many? One character having total 2 factors. For example, if we talk about the height of stem, then 2 options are there, tall and dwarf. Both are contrasting trait, opposite to each other. One will be dominant, other will be recessive. Again, one will be dominant, other will be recessive. The concept or the definition or the meaning of dominant and recessive we will learn in the next 2 or 3 lectures. This work, okay, was one type of framework for other scientists for the knowledge of inheritance. Okay, Mendel did different type of experiments on 7 characters, 14 traits, self-pollination, cross-pollination, 14 pure breed of plants. See, 14 means 7 having dominant trait plus 7 having recessive trait, means one type of cross between tall plant and dwarf plant, cross between rounded seed and wrinkled seed. Okay, so 7 plus 7 total 14 pure breed of plants, and it is one type of table. Okay, so today's question is 100% completed. Okay, I hope you will get it very easily. So thank you very much.